sir. We are back with another preview, man. You see the title of this video. Got a big ACC matchup, man. I'm talking two of the top five teams in ACC at the moment. Number one against number five. Number five against number 17. You got Virginia Tech coming into South Bend to go play against Notre Dame Thursday night. Big matchup as we get to the end of the regular season. And definitely two teams to watch out for as we enter into March. Tariq, I gotta ask you, what's your thoughts on this matchup?
Um, well, Virginia Tech has got the regular season title pretty much wrapped up. So
Syracuse is a game and a half behind them, but
yeah,
they pretty much got
um,
it.
so it's really just about them. I think they clinched a share at least on senior night. So it's really more so about just keeping their momentum going.
Mhm.
They've won 10 straight, so keep that going as you go into the ACC tournament. Um, if you can win that, and you'll be on like a 14, 15 game winning streak at that point. That's a lot of momentum going into the tournament, which is huge for them. Something that we always talk about with Virginia Tech is their confidence. So going into the tournament with the winning streak like they could possibly have would be really big for their momentum. And then Notre Dame, they can never have enough quality wins. So they played this past weekend. Wasn't the best showing, but they were able to pull it out. They were like down like 10 or 12 in the first quarter. Had a good second quarter, was able to take the lead and really, control the game from there. But their half court offense has to be better.
Mhm.
So that'll be something that I'm looking for in this game. Virginia Tech's not like a super elite defense, but Notre Dame can get pretty stagnant on the half court offense at times. So I'm curious to see what they'll look like against a team like Virginia Tech.
Yeah, definitely. There's definitely be a big test for Notre Dame as they get to the end of the season and going into the ACC tournament, going into the national tournament as well. Um, I'm just really excited to see really the matchups in this one. Um, you got a good big matchup. You got a good guard matchup, a damn good guard matchup with two of my favorite guards in the nation. So it'd be exciting to see. No, you spoke about a couple things for both sides, but what is one thing that really both Notre Dame and Virginia Tech each have to stress on?
For Virginia Tech, it's keeping Hannah Hidalgo contained. Um, they have some guards that can I won't say cause trouble, but can muck some things up for her. But this is a game that she should play relatively well in.
Mm.
I don't think there's a matchup where you're like, okay, if that's the matchup, then we feel confident with that. Not saying that they have bad defenders, but Hannah Hidalgo, has the ability to pretty much negate anyone's defense. But um, I think that's what they're going to focus on. Um, and then for Notre Dame, it's always going to be two things. It's going to be the half court offense, which I already talked about. So I'm going to go with the other one. It's the post players, Talia Marshall, Kylie Watson. One of them or both of them have to step up over this next three week to month long period. Um, if they play like they played for most of this season, Notre Dame might not even get out the second round. Like they're a 5 seed right now um, in the NCAA tournament, which means they win their first game, they'll play a 4 seed at their crib. Like that's just not an ideal situation. And depending on the matchup, if your post players aren't showing up and giving you anything of true value, it's gonna be very hard to win in March. So Notre Dame is two things. You know what you're gonna get from from Hannah, Sonia, Maddie. Those three are gonna bring, um, you know, offense. They're gonna bring defense. They're gonna bring facilitating. They're gonna bring energy. But the post players have to bring aggressiveness and not just we're fouling. Like we've got the ball under the rim, and instead of just throwing up a shot hoping that we get fouled, we take it to the rim strong. And there's been too many times this season where they've done the opposite of that. Anna DeWolf is a big piece for them as well, as the rest of the season goes along. Well, not the rest of the season, but as the postseason comes along, and then KK Bransford as well. She's had some pretty good games of late. So if she can step in and take away some of that pressure off of the big three, that'll be really big for them. But it's gonna come down to that front court.
No, big time. Especially with you got a player like like Liz Kitley on the other side, one of the best, if not the best, forwards in the nation at the moment. Um,
Uh,
I'd say she's top 3. Definitely top 5.
I'd have to put
We would have to really visit it and talk about it, but
okay. Well, Cam Brink is in there.
for safety's sake, top 5.
Cam Brink is in there, and then Rakia Jackson. So yeah,
Right. How many other people would you put over? Oh, you say she's top 3.
Yeah, respectfully.
Yeah, and so you put Rakia and Cam. Yeah, that checks out. Yeah.
Not saying that the other forwards like Camilla, but I would count her as a center. So
Yeah.
Camilla, Lauren Betts, I count them as centers. Cam, Rakia, they're all forwards. In terms of skill and talent, give me Kitley over, respectfully, over Angel. But in terms of tenaciousness, tenacity, heart, that's where Angel Reese takes the advantage. I feel like in terms of skill and talent, it's Kitley. What's up?
I said I was trying to help you out there. I was saying have the advantage over him with Kitley.
Yeah.
I mean, Kitley's nice, bro. Like she's really she is really her game is really fluid and really just smooth. She'll get the ball down low, post up, post work.
Hit an easy 34 against
Get to her spots. I love a player that knows their spots and can just control the game at their pace. And they get the ball and they just control what's going on. It's yeah, I'm gonna get here. It's nothing you gonna do about it. I'm gonna get to the cup. I'm gonna score. Or I'm gonna get to my spot. Money pull up. Ain't nothing better than her to pull up. And when I see when Liz Kelly gets to working, bro, when she gets in her bag, it's a good thing to watch. The duo of Kelly and Amor has been a duo that I've loved to watch the last couple of years as I've gotten deeper in women's basketball. Yeah, this is a good team. One of the better teams in the nation. They're number 5 in the nation right now, the top of the ACC. This is gonna be a team that can make a title run. It's gonna be a team to watch in March, as they make noise and they I don't want to say cruise, but they'll navigate pretty well through the tournament, I believe.
I think it's interesting to see because they're another team that we had high expectations. Well, at least I had high expectations for coming in, and then they had a bit of a slow start. They had 2 ranked losses to Iowa and LSU, and we started to question a little bit of whether or not they could win big games. And since then, they've answered. They've gone on some win streaks. Then they lost to Florida State and Duke back to back. Since then, like I mentioned earlier, they've won 10 straight. Kitley has been on a tear. She had 34 against North Carolina last game. She had 26 and 13 against Louisville. 34 and 12 against Duke. Before the last game, she had 6 straight double doubles, and only one of those games she shot under 50%. She's shooting 64%, 75%, 76%, 64%, 60%. So she's been killing it on the glass, killing it shooting wise. And when she's comfortable, there's not a lot of ways you can stop her. Once she gets that fadeaway going, she gets the jumper going, and then once she's able to, get inside and use her footwork to her advantage, that's when she gets to the free throw line, and can be really, really lethal. So, and when she's doing that, and then she's doing dribble handoffs and stuff like that, it makes her even tougher to guard because she could hand it off and the guard come off and get to the rim, be in Georgia, or she could fake the dribble handoff, get to the rim, or she could stop and pull up. So, yeah, her talent it's different. She's definitely been underrated her years in college basketball just because of how much there's been going around her, but she's one of the best post players we've seen in a really, really long time.
Yeah, I believe so too, man. All right, transition over to Notre Dame now. Now we've seen the run that Hannah Hidalgo is going on. As mentioned, she's went on a 12-game stretch with 280 points, 70 rebounds, and 70 steals. And she's the only player within the last 25 years in Division One, NBA, or WNBA to have such run over a 12-game stretch. Now, she's been sensational all season, man. She definitely stepped up to the challenge, stepped up to the plate since the beginning of the season, you know, and she performs big in big moments, and that's great to have as a freshman on your team. You know, someone that has been able to step up to the plate, continue to step up to the plate, and someone that you can really build around for years to come. Um, I know she'll be a big factor in this one. Um, where was I going with this?
Speaking of Liz Kidman, I guess they call Liz a center too.
Where was I going with this? I don't know. I kind of lost my train of thought. But um, how so how big of a game this is for Notre Dame?
I think it's a really big game. They lose this game, they're pretty much penciled into a six seed
Mhm.
in the ACC tournament, which that's not a spot you really want to be in. But those teams are all so close together that it's not like it's a super, it's not something that you're not used to. Um, but you have NC State, you got Syracuse, you got Louisville, um, you know, you got North Carolina, Florida State. Like you got all these teams that are ahead of, or not not all of those teams are ahead of them, but they've got teams that are in front of them right now that they can beat. That's the thing. They can beat all of these teams on any given day. It's just which Notre Dame is going to show up. And the last time we asked which Notre Dame was going to show up, they beat NC State pretty handily, if I'm not mistaken. So, um, I mean, we could say like, yeah, this is a big game, but at the end of the day, Notre Dame is one of those teams where like they can get a big win, and then they can still come out the next few games and just not have that same energy or that same effort that they need. Um, and sometimes it's just the half court, just kind of can be draining. Like if you're really struggling in the half court, you're just trying to make sure that you get, you know, some kind of points on the board. And sometimes that makes you press and makes you take bad shots. Sometimes that makes you take your foot off the gas on defense. Um, but after this last weekend, they won't be able to do that, or they're going to be sitting at home way earlier than they think they are.
Yeah.
Uh, so this is a game that all the games now at this point when you play teams that are also going to be in the tournament, they're all measuring stick games. Depending on where you are, and then the tournaments, all the conference tournaments are going to be neutral sites. So it really just is just going to come down to who wants it more at the end of the day. Um, these tournament championships are going to be very, very interesting. I think the Big 12 is up for grabs. Big
Mhm.
10, Big 10 could be any. I don't want to say anybody's, but there's a good three that could really, um, say like this is going to be ours. Obviously, the Pac-12. On the SEC, hopefully we get another LSU, SEC, USC game or SC game because we need it. That's,
Oh
that's
yeah,
just, but um,
gotta keep the lights on.
yeah, for sure.
All right. Prediction time.
Yes, sir.
All right. I am going for the upset here. I'm going for Notre Dame.
Mm.
I feel like,
Well,
huh?
no, go ahead. I didn't know you
Oh,
just.
I was saying I'm going with Notre Dame. I just think, I just think they'll be able to roll their way to a victory with some of the implications that are there. Like they just showed the bracketology on the UCLA Colorado game, and like you mentioned, they're penciling as like a fifth seed right now. So obviously, as they're fighting for a higher seed and to have an advantage, because you know how that kind of played into their favor last year too, even with the injury to Olivia Miles. Um, but yeah, I think that it's big game. They need it, so they're gonna come out if they need it too. Is what I'm hoping here. Is what I'm hoping here. So I'm picking Notre Dame for this one.
I'm gonna go Virginia Tech. I think I don't think they have an answer for Kitley. I think Georgia Amore and Hannah Hidalgo is gonna be a really fun matchup to watch. Um, I think Georgia Amore has done a much better job over the past couple of weeks finding her spot and getting good shots and getting shots for the rest of the team. I think a lot of times that early in the season she was trying to um, live up to that name that she was making for herself going into March last year and then in March. And just shooting incredibly tough shots almost every time she took a shot, and you can work your way into taking those tough shots. And I think she's done that more often this season. And I think the depth for Virginia Tech has been really good as of late. Matilda Eck has been really good. Kaylee King is always really good defender, sharpshooter. Even if she isn't shooting the ball well, you still have to respect it because she can shoot it from anywhere almost. Um, Olivia Sumio has been fantastic all season. She had like 14 rebounds the other night. So, um, and then they're getting good minutes from their young players, Claire Strack, Carly Wenzel, Karis Baker. Um, so I'm gonna go with the team that's on the 10-game winning streak in Virginia Tech.
Cool. You heard it here first, man. Got our predictions for tonight's game. Um, we'll be tuning in. Hopefully, you'll be tuning in as well. 7 o'clock, ESPN 2.
I believe so.
Yeah. Yeah, should be a good one. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in to another one of these previews. Um, I love doing these previews during the season, bro.
For sure.
We should have been doing this sooner, but
We definitely should have started doing this sooner because there was big games all year.
oh my gosh, man. But I mean, hey, good thing we did it the time we did do it. We had
Back.
the USC joint, not USC. We did USC as well, but we had SC. That really should have been the solution this whole time. Just call SC SC and call USC USC.
Well, that's really what we've been doing. We just haven't realized it.
Well, that's what we've been doing. And
Yeah,
but when there was a whole debate in the debacle,
yeah. But who's the real USC?
I we grew up. I knew UFC. Well, no, because I was a fan of the Trojans too.
Play college football.
After I grew up playing NCAA, Reggie Bush, Matt Lionheart, that
We was
be
not
on.
playing. Respectfully, we was not playing with Connor Shaw, Stephen Garcia,
Oh, hell no. I ain't know
Al.
who. I didn't even know who was on the team when I was 5.
Not,
Okay, all I know was Clemson, Carolina, USC, and Carolina. No, USC and Clemson.
Yeah.
I had a hat that said USC. I just had it randomly and I wore it. I stuck with it. But
Shout out Marshawn Lattimore. He was a beast, but he
shout
got
out to Davion Clowney.
he was tough too.
Shout out to Davion Clowney. Shout out to the Ellison boys. Um,
Mario Anderson.
Shout out to Mario Anderson. He's at Memphis now. Stratford alum.
Oh dang.
Yeah, he transferred to Memphis.
Damn.
But yeah, shout out to Mario Anderson though. Oh, class. Well, he wasn't in my class, but I remember seeing him.
Yeah.
Did his thing this year. Who else? Debo Samuel, Javon Kinlaw. Bro, what's the guy's name? They used to play for the Jets that I met. I had a picture of, but got deleted out my iCloud. Brandon.
Zach Bailey went to South or Somerville. Shout out Zach.
Brandon Shell. Shout out to Brandon Shell. Play for the Jets.
He was an offensive lineman.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I used to see him in the gym all the time. Because he'd be back home. So I was like, yo, what up, bro? He'd be having jet gear on and stuff. I was like, oh shit. But yeah.
Walk around.
Thanks for tuning in to number one of these previews. We got more content, rest of the week. We got NBA episode tomorrow. Another preview Sunday. So yeah.
Tap in.
Think about it, heat up. Literally and figuratively.
You know what that means.
March is here.
That content gonna be pushing.
Come on now, you see it, man. Hey, just stay tuned, bro. You see the socials, follow them, because that's where everything will be posted. Somewhere on some app, everything will be posted. All right, got a couple things in the works.
Make sure y'all subscribe to YouTube. Subscribe
to YouTube. Press that subscribe button and press that bell button too. Press that bell button when you subscribe. Right. So you know whenever we or any of the other illustrious shows on the Multiplicity Media Network got a new episode, got new content for y'all. Our Twitter handles are down there. My TikTok handle is the same as my Twitter handle. So I'll be doing some more stuff on there. And yeah, man, strap in, bro. March is here. March is upon us, man. Woo!
Get it.
30 soda in the styrofoam. Spin a day, get my mind blown. Dress up and go to Nassau. 200 miles on the dash.
Appreciate you.